it's not just about furniture. It's not just about placing furniture in a room. I have people call me looking for help with the room and they want furniture in the room. They're like, oh, there's not much to do. There's not much to do. And okay, now I'm going to get Elizabeth in on this. This is what we're talking about today.
Okay.
As I said, people want me to put furniture in the room. I'm like, it's more than just furniture. They're like, I don't understand. Like, I'm saying 15,000 for this room. I'm like, how do you see that? How do you see that being spent? Like, what about lighting and carpet and wall treatment,
Wallpaper.
wallpaper and ceiling treatment? I mean, we're not just talking about putting a sofa and a chair in the room, because I tell you what, you're not overpaying me if that's what you want. Like, if that's what you want from me, you're overpaying me. Don't hire me. I'm just saying.
So what happened to spark this conversation today? Because we want to know the tea.
The team. So it's just about recently having a client and, showing them vision for the rooms. And then, you know, the response back from them was, well, we like this piece. We only need one of these, we just want a plain sofa and,
What is a
we
plea?
don't need much else. It's just very simple design. I'm like, that's not design. That's putting furniture in the room. That's not why you hired me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we don't have design here. I mean, I might as well be a furniture store. Go to a furniture store, get your sofa, get your chairs, if
Yes,
that's what you want.
yes.
Because I have a process. Like, I don't know how your process is. My process always is the same. Once I figure out, meet with the clients, figure out their aesthetic, what their needs are, because it's about their needs. What the room is going to be like, how are they going to use this room? Because clearly it's very different between a dining room and a living room, right? So you got to figure out what is the room used. Okay, then I make a layout so we have everything to scale. Before I even think, I mean, I already know the design in my head, but
Yeah.
despite that or not, so once
Okay.
I figure out the layout, then I can start layering on the design things, pieces, like the fabrics and
Okay.
colors. So I have a process. Like, I'm not, without a layout, it's hard for me to even know where to go, what to do, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. Tell me how.
So, yeah. No, same thing. So I meet with the client, get all the info from them, then I start working on the layout. Obviously, with inspiration, I have an idea of a direction already, and then sourcing and flushing out all the pieces that are going to be part of it. And it's all like a package deal, right? Because, you have your focal points and you're building and layering upon each piece. So the whole room comes together in a certain way.
Yes.
So how did the meeting end with the client? Are they gonna let you do what
Well,
you're?
he went away and came back with all, like, created this, and then he went away and came back and said, and they said, well, we want this, one of that. So I called them and I said, the best thing would be that we get together again. Now I understand sort of where you want to go.
Yeah,
You know, I'm like, we're creating a whole space. Now, if
yeah,
you don't have the budget for that, that's okay. But we can start with like the basics. Where
mhm,
can, like, there's no point in getting a coffee table first,
right,
because let's get some seating. In this case,
yeah,
it's a living room, because
yeah,
you need a place to sit. Right. So we'll do the bigger pieces where the money can be spent, and then we'll start layering. But that doesn't mean that I'm still not in my head thinking, what is the wall? What is the color? What is the ceiling?
yeah,
What is, like, all those pieces have to come together.
exactly.
When you change one thing, it's like dominoes. Other
Yeah,
things have to change. You can't just say, well, I'd rather have a chair like this. Yeah, but that chair does not, like,
yeah.
recently in a project I had these arches
Okay,
that we opened up, right?
okay.
So to bring that into a mid-century modern design, arches are
Mhm,
not really mid-century modern, right?
yeah, but I love artists.
I love arches too, but they love mid-century modern. By the way, Elizabeth got her hair done and doesn't look
Yeah.
fabulous. So she's like fiddling with her hair,
Trying to
but it
get
looks
used
great.
to the straight hair. I don't know. Okay, sorry, it was just
It's
fun.
okay. You look great. You gotta look great. If you want to feel great, you gotta look great. Which is why you gotta have a beautiful looking room. So when you come
Yeah.
home, you feel like your
So
room's gotta look good for you. So anyway, so I'm I'm like, let's meet again. Now
Okay.
I have a direction of where you want to go. And I see that it's way more than you expected, which is what I said to him, to
Mm-hmm.
them. I said, it's going to, your budget is not in line with what we need to do in this room, but that's
Right.
okay. We'll start with that and we'll build.
Yeah.
But you still have to have the overall design and all the elements.
Yeah.
You can't just sort of say, okay, we'll just put a sofa in there because you're going to need a sofa because it's a living room, right? You can't do that
Agreed.
because then it's like, okay, well, what is the sofa talking about? So anyway, so I was talking about these arches before we got distracted by your hair.
Yeah.
So these arches, right? I'm doing mid-century modern design. We've got these arches. Now, mid-century modern wouldn't, if I was building a home, like if you had a home, mid-century modern home, you wouldn't have arches. So how do we bring that arch, that those feeling into the room, right? Now, I repeated that in the back of chairs.
Mm-hmm.
So the back of the chairs were round, right? And then there's a chaise and it has an organic shape. So now I'm taking the arch into more organic feel. But now it's talking to each other. And I'm not, because mid-century modern is all about low horizontal lines.
Yeah.
And you put an arch in there, that doesn't make, how do you, so you got to have all the pieces kind of talking to each other. And it's not like every piece now has to have an arch in it. But
Yeah.
somewhere in there, we had a low sofa, a long, low coffee table, long, low benches. But I'm like, okay, now the chairs need to have a little bit of curvature to bring in
Mm-hmm.
the talk between the arch and the furniture.
Okay.
It's all a conversation, all
Yeah.
a conversation. So, on that note, if you're having a monologue about furniture, you're not dialoguing with an interior designer then, because really, honestly, you gotta use me for what I'm good at.
Yeah.
Get your money's worth, and
Yeah.
plus, it's way more fun. Way more fun.
I agree.
Other than that, I don't have any really strong opinions about anything.
Oh my God. I love it. That's so funny.
Yeah, so that's what's happening with my working on, piece by piece. But if you're not familiar with working with an interior designer, you may not understand the process. And that's part of us educating our clients and letting people, directing them, right?
Yeah.
And showing them, okay, keeping them in line. And not in line as like, good behavior or something like that, but just making sure they're not getting distracted by all that noise that's out there. Because number one reason I don't take clients to showrooms is I'm going there with a vision and they're, you bring them into
Distracting.
so distracting because there's so much product. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't really understand how much is available. And even what you see is just a smidge of what's available, right? So what's going on in your life besides your beautiful hair?
So today, oh my God, I had such a packed schedule today. I had like 4 or 5 meetings. I was all over the place running around, but I was actually so I went to one of the tile showrooms and I was picking out samples for products that we're going to carry in our showroom that we're opening. So that was super fun
Oh yeah, yeah, super fun.
because there's so many options, right? But I'm curating like a pretty specific collection of what I want to carry. So that was really fun. I'm also obsessing right now about antiques.
Oh,
Yeah, like finding like really cool antique pieces. I think it was after all my travels to Europe this year, France and Italy. I'm like so inspired by a lot of the old world, like furniture and beautiful marbles and all of that, like vintage lighting. So I'm like going down the rabbit hole of finding like all of the cool like antique stores up and down like Southwest Florida.
fun.
And
Wow.
that's my goal. I'm gonna start doing that. Yeah. Just finding like really cool pieces and like holding on to them for future projects or incorporating them, maybe some into the new showroom. But yeah, I want to find like really cool stuff.
Well, it now becomes a curated space.
Yes.
It's not just an out of a box space, and it shows personality. It shows this, we're not just one singular thing. We're not just like a woman or a mother or a sister, a daughter, a tennis player, a dancer, a vegan. Like we're not just that. So we have all these layers, right? And so when I love that because as soon as when you bring in some of that history,
Oh my God. And then like to mix like, some contemporary pieces and just to have like that old world, it's just timeless. It's beautiful. It just elevates the space. So yeah, I'm really on the hunt for that here.
good. I love that. Yeah, I like bringing in these pieces in that mid-century modern redo I did. Clients had a bunch of the pieces, so we reupholstered, refinished. They had some two walnut slabs
Okay.
that we used as floating shelves in the arch. So
Yeah.
Harshita says that, and sometimes that layer becomes so tough as well. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that, but tough isn't tough to do or tough to execute, tough to sell.
Well, maybe tough to put together too.
Yeah, I mean it can be tough to put together, but it can also be inspirational when
Oh,
because
fun. Yeah.
I love looking at older furniture and like just because there's so many pieces that are not replicated now. Like they were designed years
Yeah.
ago or in the antique. They're like like little telephone tables, right? Who has a telephone table?
Yeah.
But they're so cute. Like a little side
Mhm.
table and what's it or a tete-a-tete where there's you're sitting sort of back to back with somebody else, but you're sitting side by. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like so fun. Like a little bit of whimsy, a little nod to bygone times. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Fun. And it's gonna be fun. I mean, come on. Life is too short.
Yes. I know. So I can't wait to go to more antique stores. Find all now.
Yeah. You're gonna end up buying stuff for yourself. That's
Oh,
what's gonna happen.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to one last week and it was huge and it's like so much stuff and I'm just going through it. I needed more time, but I was like, oh my God, I found like the coolest like vintage lamp. Oh my God, like mirrors.
Fun. Yeah.
So nice. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, good. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the showroom,
Yeah.
seeing it coming together. Um, it's a process. It's just like someone's house, really, like our
Right.
clients' projects.
It is.
No, I meant being mother, designer, sister, daughter, friend, tennis player. Bring all that woman becomes tough.
Oh yeah.
Being a woman, yeah, being a woman is tough. I
Right.
agree. Balancing all that. I do a podcast. Oh, a girlfriend last night was saying, because I was telling her about the podcast, and she was saying, you should ask the question, how do you balance your life, your life with your home life? She's
Mhm.
like, you got to ask guys that because women get asked that all the time, but men never get asked that.
Mm.
So I was like, that's really true.
Yeah.
We're asked, how do we balance our personal life with our business
How
life?
do you balance it? I feel like I go day by day.
I don't think we don't balance. It's
That
a
is,
misnomer.
yeah.
There's no way you're balancing. You got to look at it over the course of like a year.
Yeah.
Okay, I did spend some time with family. I did spend some time with friends. I did spend most of my time at work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a big believer in time blocking.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
I like even now because I was like, well, how do I split my time between like working in my office, like networking, appointments, the showroom, all of these things. But now I block like 2 days, like today. So today was my day to be out and like running errands and my meetings and stopping at showrooms. And I just literally back to back those appointments all day. So I know like those are my days out on the road.
Right.
I have 2 days where I work from home and I
Yeah.
get all my stuff done. Once the showroom opens, I'll work from there. But
Right.
time blocking because I used to be accommodating all of these different appointments and every day I would have something. And like to go out and drive somewhere for one appointment
Yeah.
is a big waste of time.
It is a big waste. Yeah.
So I try to just stack them and then have days where I'm in the office. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's what I found works best for me.
It's true. I need time in the office because
Yeah.
it is
And
time consuming to be out and networking and looking at product and,
yeah.
all that. I need to come back and assemble. It's almost like assembling my ideas. I need a space.
Yeah.
It
And you
was
also
just,
have to get personal stuff done.
yeah, personal stuff. What's that?
So I do that on my home, like my work from home days. Yeah.
Antoinetta is asking, where's your showroom going to be located?
Okay, so I'm in Naples, Florida, and the showroom is going to be on Pine Ridge Road if you're local to here. It's Pine Ridge between Goodlet and 41.
All right,
So,
so down
and
south.
yeah, and we'll probably have a soft opening sometime in November, and then the beginning of the year be fully open because we have several different rooms that we're working on.
So why do Elizabeth and I talk to each other? I tell you, Elizabeth and I met. I'm gonna, I'll tell this
Yeah.
story a number of times, but we met at 10X, which is a Grant Cardone.
Mhm.
He's a mentor. He's into real estate, into investing, etc.
Business.
Right. And so business, and so we met at a business event and just clicked. And then we started talking twice a week, just about business, like bouncing ideas off each other.
Issues that we were having, like, what are you going through? This is what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
And really
How
just,
would you deal with this? What would
yeah,
you do
help
about
each other.
that? Yeah. And so just recently, last 2 months, maybe 3 months, maybe not even that, I can't remember. We said, why don't we just do it live
Yeah.
and share it? I'm sure there are other small business owners, other interior designers who are going through the same thing as us and would
Yeah.
love to have an opportunity to. I mean, you're welcome to ask questions, put in the chat, we'll get to it, but just how we support each
Navigate.
other and the conversation, or maybe just like, just a little bit of gnawing on the bone, stop chewing the fat about this and that. But mainly it's about helping each other and supporting each other. And
Yeah.
Elizabeth and I, we agree about sort of same business practices and stuff. So then it's because we're on the same wavelength and the same ideas that that input is valuable. Like we both follow Grant Cardone and the way he does business, and so then we're always kind of referring to that. Well, this is, I mean, it doesn't always work. Grant's a guy; he's obsessed.
Yeah.
And I'm not a guy. So some of the stuff he does, I'm like, oh my gosh, I could never imagine doing that because I'm just not.
Yeah, you have to make it work for you and
Yeah.
adapt to you. And so that's what we do.
So just adapting as much as possible to make our businesses flourish.
Yeah.
That's really the goal. And help people. Because I love doing design. I love to help people. I love creating spaces. I love my purpose in this world is to bring beauty. And I do it through interior design.
Yeah, I agree. I just came from a client's house and we just did like 3 rooms of wallpaper. It's like, oh my
I
God, love
love
it. Just
wallpaper.
like totally transform. I didn't even touch the furniture yet. It's what she had in there. But just to put the wallpaper in
Right.
from like,
Life. It brings life and
yeah, like
interest.
simple
And
painted walls. Oh my God. It
I
just looks
know.
amazing.
I
So
bet. I bet it looks amazing. Make sure you share
wallpaper,
pics.
wallpaper is like my favorite.
Yeah, me too. I'm always trying to get people to sign on to wallpaper.
Yeah.
And murals. I got a client going to it's a small place, Pied de Terre in the city, and
Okay.
we got some wallpaper going in his little foyer, and then this big, well, not, but a big mural of one of his photographs going in a space. So that's fun. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. We got Harshita asking, have you ladies been to India? Yes, actually, I lived in India. I've
Did
been,
you really?
yeah, I lived in India
I
years
didn't
ago.
know that. I've never been to India.
It's an amazing place, amazing, but it's nothing like you would expect.
So how come you lived there?
How did I live there?
Hey, were you working there?
No, this
Oh,
was, do you know the Rotary Club?
yeah.
So they have youth exchange programs all around the world.
Oh,
So when I was in grade 12, I went for a year and lived in India for a year.
oh, so you're going to school there?
I went to school for a while and then I quit because it just wasn't working for me. And so then I was just taking Hindi classes and
Oh,
I played in the orchestra and I was doing Indian dance and I was trying to get in, that kind of stuff. Doing
okay.
as many kind of extracurricular activities because I don't know, the school just didn't really sit well with me. And then I went back, when I came back from Canada, when I came back, I had to do grade 12 again. No big deal.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that was fun. And then I've been ever since, because I also married an Indian,
Oh, you
not
did?
married any. Yeah, my first husband was Muslim and my second husband was Hindu.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, I did like living there, but there's so many things you have to get used to. Harshita's asking me, did you like living there? So I love culture, jumping into new cultures, being challenged with the language, with the customs, with the food. I find that very exciting. So recently I was just in Egypt, and again, it was like a lot of different culture. I mean, the food I'm familiar with because I love different ethnic foods, and that's like very Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
So, but of course, Egypt, I mean, the historical past is completely inspiring. And then the more, culture now, interesting, yeah. They're speaking Arabic, yeah, completely different. So that's me. Different lifetime, so many lifetimes. And I'm only 27.
There you go.
Like in my mind, I think I'm 27, I swear.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know.
right there with you, trust me.
I just don't, boom, boom. My daughter's 30th birthday today. I'm like, what? How could you be 30 when I'm 27? How did it happen?
Happy birthday to your daughter.
Yeah, she's great. Harshita is saying you should visit India to
Yeah.
experience. Agreed. It's a great experience, but you have to you can't just go like, oh, 10 days.
Mm,
You can't do that. Yeah, it's an experience. Yeah.
yeah.
So thank you people for joining.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions? Stick them in the chat there.
Yeah. Don't we all want to be 27 forever?
Yes, we all want to be 27 forever. We can be in our mind.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Like, it's a flip of your mind,
Yes.
right? Really. You can think you're 75 or you can think you're 27, I think like especially like when I'm dealing with my clients, I want to be relevant. And so part of relevance is, in my opinion, is just knowing what is out there, what is happening, what is the vibe in the world, and relevant also in terms of products and what's available and what is the new introductions. And I'm not trying to think of myself as, I don't think of myself as old because I'm like, oh, I'm just learning new stuff all the time. It helps me with my, feeling relevant in my interior design. I don't
No,
want to feel like dated. Oh, I did this, 10 years ago. Like I'm just doing the same thing 10 years later.
yeah, no. Have to keep evolving and doing new things.
Harshita, if you want to DM me a few questions, or Elizabeth, a few questions on interior design, we can see if we can help you. Absolutely. We're here. We just go live. We talk about the tea.
Whatever's happening at the
Yeah.
moment.
And then if you miss it, we post it, I don't know, the next day, the day later, a week later, I don't know exactly, but it gets posted in YouTube
And
under my
in,
channel.
and on
And
Instagram.
and it'll be on Instagram too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then we will see you all next week. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys.